Welcome back, maybe here. Welcome to my anime reviews. Basically, every week I will review an anime that I've liked or just watched in detail, and I'll give you a link to watch it online because of copyright and stuff. These are my preferences in anime that I've seen. If there's an anime that you have seen and I haven't seen it, or maybe I've seen it and you want me to review it, comment down below or send me an inbox message through Google Plus or blah 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 or by YouTube. It doesn't matter. Just tell me if you want me to review it, and I'll see if I can review it. But I won't be reviewing stuff like One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, Fairy Tail, because the big ones, a lot of seasons in, and I don't want to waste a lot of time getting into that stuff. Maybe one day, but not right now. So let's get into it. This week's anime is Anohana, if I already saw that day. This was recommended to me by two friends. One friend who recommended me to watch it, and one friend who recommended me to review it. So I guess I'm going to review it. This kind of fits into the February's theme that I have for romance-ish kind of stuff, but I don't really care. I'll review it this week because I don't really know what I wanted to review this week, so this is the review I'm going to be doing this week. This anime, at the moment, only has an English subbed. It does have an anime movie, but we're not going to be covering the movie at all. Let's get started. Like usual, I will only be explaining the main points of this anime, like the characters, the story, the setting, the relationships, the voice actors, the animations, the music, and the genre. And now let's start with the genre. The genre is filled with drama, supernatural, romances, slice of life, and tragedy aspects. That's basically it. Now for the setting. They're basically in Japan. Nothing else is really specified. It's just normal modern day Japan. The characters are a pain to explain because every single one is important. So let's get this done. I won't go too into detail to save both you and me time. Now before I start, every name I say with quotations is their nickname, because that's how they did it when they were kids. So first is Jintan Yadomi. He is the main character of this anime and was treated as the group's leader of their friends when they were young. He has a crush on his childhood friend Menma, who died in an accident, and now he blames himself. Because of this, and his mother's death, he disconnected from his friends and became a social outcast, refusing to go to school and leaving his house. Jinta blames himself for Menma's death due to his answer to a question Anaru asked, which led him to leaving, which led to Menma going after him and drowning. Second is Meiko Menma Hanma. She is what the anime revolves around. She died in an accident, and now everyone in her group of friends blame themselves. She comes back as a ghost, or as how Jinta refers it to, as a figment of his stress, and asks for a dying wish, to have her friends come together again. No one but Jinta can see her or hear her, but she can interact with objects and is able to write and such. She notes that she has a small crush on Jinta, but doesn't really say anything about it. Third is Naruko Anaru Anjo. She is the person who is easily influenced by other people around her, and she doesn't like it. She also has a crush on Jinta and strives to be like Menma so Jinta would like her. She is very worried for Jinta for a lot of the anime and blames herself for Menma's accident due to the question she asked Jinta, which led to Menma drowning. Fourth is Atsumu Yukihatsu Matsuyuki. Yukihatsu hates Jinta due to him always acting as the leader and due to the fact that he and Menma were close. He had a crush on Menma when they were younger and hasn't gotten over her death at all, going so far as to yell at Jinta for thinking he was lying about Menma coming back. He blamed himself for Menma's death due to the fact that before Menma went after Jinta, he confessed to Menma, which Menma reacted and said that she needed to go find Jinta, and left and shortly after drowned. Fifth is Chiriko Surumi. She is the observer of the group and is closest to Yukihatsu, being the only one in the group that talks to him after Menma's death. They also go to the same school. She obviously has feelings for Yukihatsu, but gave up because she knew she can't fill the hole that Menma left. She doesn't really blame herself for Menma's death, but always wondered if Menma forgave them, any of them, because she and her were good friends, and Tsuruko loved Menma as a friend. And lastly is Tetsudo Popo Hisakawa. I have no idea where that name came from. I have no fucking clue. He's always admired Jinta when they were younger and still does, still calling him cool or awesome. He's the first person to believe Jinta when he says that he sees Menma. He blames himself for Menma's death due to him seeing Menma drowning and him being too scared to save her. Now for the story. The story of this anime is basically the characters trying to fulfill Menma's last wish while coping with her death. Now for the animations. The animations were colorful and beautiful and vibrant, and I enjoyed them all. Now for the voice actors. The voice actors were all very good and were somewhat memorable. I can still remember Menma's voice, and it's creeping me out. Now for the music. The opening theme wasn't that great, but the ending theme was. The background music made everything more dramatic, and it was great. It all fit very well. Voice acting 19 and 20. This anime had great voice actors, but only Menma's voice was memorable to me. And because they had so many main characters, only one person stood out, which made only her memorable. Animations, 20 out of 20. The animations were great. They looked beautifully and colored and amazing. Great animations. Not much to talk about here. Story, 20 out of 20. This story was simple but made it complex as it went through and was amazing, and it had me to tears at times. It had me staring at the screen for more. Characters, 15 out of 20. Because there were so many main characters, there wasn't really a lot of focus on some of them in their own backstory. Yeah, so what if their background story is all connected? It doesn't make it better if only 2 people are focused on those backstories. There was only proper development for some of the characters, not all. Enjoyability, 10 out of 20. Now, let me say this, if it was your first time watching this anime, it would be a 20 out of 20 for the enjoyability. It's a 10 here, because like Attack on Titan and Sword Art Online, it's only enjoyable the first time. It's not a fun anime to watch the second time because of the suspense factor. You know what's coming, so what's the point? Overall score, 84 out of 100, 84%, and A grade for this anime. I hope you enjoyed the video. In the description, there should be a link to watch it free online. Next month for February, each week is going to be a romance-related anime, so if you want to recommend one, I already have 2 already planned, so if you want to tell me some romance stuff, then I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Skype, out.